What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, Patrick Ternowski. With me is Matt Reed. And today we got Kory Shore and Jack the Underdog on the show. Friends, welcome.
Thanks
Thank you for having us.
Heck yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm excited.
It's going to be a good time. I'm really excited to talk about everything that we got going on. And Jack and I got a lot going on.
Hell yeah. All right, let's just start out with, you guys just released Daisy on October 13th. Tell us a bit about the song. How's the response been for the single?
It's actually been pretty good. We've seen a lot of, I think, organic streams come in, which has been really fun to watch. I love it when people are listening because they organically discovered it, heard it on social media, and was like, I like this. I'm going to listen to it. So I've seen that a lot on my end, and you can get back end data, of course, with Spotify for artists and stuff like that, and you can see where all the streams are coming from. And a lot of them are like people looking it up organically and finding it, which is really cool. Jack, what do you think? How has it been for you?
It's been a really fun time to get this one out. I really like the song a lot, and I think one thing that's really cool is that we haven't spent any money on like advertisement. It's pretty much been all completely organic. I know back in the days, I feel like back when I was in college, like everyone was like, "Oh, you got to put money on this and this and this," and all these playlisting sites that were awful and whatnot. And we haven't really done anything like that for really any of my releases recently, and it's been really cool to see the organic growth kind of just keep going.
Where are you seeing most of this organic growth coming from, like TikTok or any other social media?
I think actually Instagram. I'm a little bit, I think, different than other musicians. I do have more followers on TikTok, but my Instagram engagement is way better. I get way more views, likes, shares, everything. And I had a Taylor Swift cover kind of go viral right before Daisies came out. So that definitely helped people on my accounts to see Daisies when it was coming out. So definitely Instagram on my end. What about you, Kory?
I mean, honestly, same here. As I have a better Instagram. Just, I guess my following on Instagram is a lot more engaged than on TikTok. I feel like TikTok is, from my experience, been very sporadic. Like there'll be a video that just blows up and people are in it for the one video, and then they kind of just they forget about it, and it's like on to the next thing. With Instagram, I do think it's and I think it's harder to win a follower on Instagram than on TikTok, although it's getting harder to win followers on TikTok too. But when you do win a follower on Instagram, I don't know why. Maybe it's just like maybe it's just like how it's set up and how you can scroll both, laterally and horizontally on the app, and you have the whole stories thing. Not that TikTok doesn't have stories, but it's not integrated the same way. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm making complete guesses, but for whatever reason, it seems that people seem a lot more human. The interactions seem a lot more human and a lot more focused on Instagram from my perspective. Than on TikTok.
And nicer. I feel like the TikTokers are sometimes really mean, and the Instagram people never really have that experience on Instagram.
Yeah. Hey, TikTok is the new YouTube. If you remember, like OG YouTube, right? It was so toxic, and now I feel like TikTok has become the new YouTube a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, people can be like super mean.
No, I agree.
So yeah, that's basically. I mean, it's been cool to watch, and we're still pushing it and promoting it and doing all the things around it. So
no, I completely agree. We talk about this a lot on the show because it's social media is so important when it comes to promoting yourself. But we talk about how TikTok is all social media has its place, and Instagram is, like, I would say, probably the key one to lock in the most, because that's, like you said, you get a lot of your more engagement, more positivity. You could build a better community on Instagram, and TikTok that's just for new people. Every video, it could be the same video, it doesn't fucking matter, because your whole goal is new people every video.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's interesting. Instagram is like also like a little bit LinkedIn too. It's like really weird. I feel like you can use it however you want,
Yeah.
It's really like it's very versatile. for that reason. And like I
Totally.
want to experiment more into YouTube Shorts, because I feel like
Yeah.
I've gotten good results from that with nothing, and I think it's because it's kind of
Yeah.
undersaturated compared to like Reels and TikTok. And also I think
Mhm.
YouTube is like trying to catch up, so they like really want to like reward people for using that on their platform. So I still want to kind of dive a little deeper into that kind of end also, you know, and then kind of as a funnel into like maybe longer form content, you know,
Yeah.
reel them in with, you know, the shorts and then get them into like longer form or something like that. But that's future Kory, not current Kory right now. I have a lot on my plate. So
That's future Kory problems.
yeah, right, exactly.
How did you all start
It,
working? Go ahead.
oh, say that again.
Just say, how did you all start working together?
We've known each other for like over 8 years
Yeah.
at this point.
8 years, because we started Belmont 2015, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we started college same year. We were both in songwriting, so we've known each other for a long time. Back in 2021, I picked up a live music gig. I was booking rounds and then doing the sound for it, and it was at Belcourt Taps here in Nashville. And Kory came to one of them. I don't know if one of your friends was playing or if you just saw it on Instagram or what, but you came through to one of them, and then you're like, "Oh, let's write." And so we wrote a couple times back in 2021. And then Kory, do you want to share your story of
Yeah.
why you came to me with Daisies?
Daisies. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we wrote a few times in 2021, and then kind of like just like organically, just I think we both needed to like kind of rediscover Jack. Like at the time, you were doing like really cool acoustic, more acoustic. I feel
Yeah, more like emo rappy acoustic stuff, not so much like
yeah.
pop punk, right?
Right, but you can hear almost, I don't know. I wish everyone got to see the growth from the perspective that I got to see you grow, because it's been really cool to see you go from that into what you are now. But there's still elements of where you came from in what you are now, which is really dope. But with Daisies, I kind of just wrote it. I produce as well, but I'm very pop. You know, I'm a pop guy, and I produce like other artists too, but like pop, you know, all pop adjacent. So I like to produce while I write. So I was writing the song, which was Daisies, and it I kind of, the way I approach music is very much so that even if I'm in a room by myself, it's still a collaborative process. You're collaborating with the thing that you're creating, and it's an act of listening. So you know, you start playing like a chord progression, right? And you listen to it, and then something comes out of it, right? Then you go, oh, you know what, it needs this kind of like melody, this melody needs to happen. Then you sing the melody, and he goes, oh, you know, I kind of hear this melody makes me feel like this phrase. And then you sing that phrase, and you go, oh, that's like a cool way to think of lyric, right? And then you start like laying it down, and then you go, oh, you know what, it needs like this kind of percussion. And I don't know, it's all organic, and it all kind of comes together. So long story short, I was writing and producing it, finished it up, kind of, I'm saying like finished it for the time being, and
right. Rough draft,
right? Well, I mean, it was, you know, and it had all the elements that you hear. It didn't have as much of the hyper pop yet, but it was still like it was very rock, and all my stuff is very pop. And so I listened to it, I showed it to a few friends and stuff, and my gut was like, man, this is like really rock for me. And my friends were like, hey, this is really rock for you. I didn't ask them, they just kind of said that. But they were like, it sounds like Kory, because like it has like the weird slowdown in the bridge where like it slows down in tempo, and it's like I do a lot of that kind of experimental stuff, but it's hopefully, you know, like I always try to make it tasteful and keep it still like palatable, even though it's, you know, maybe not the most normal thing. But so they're like, it has all these elements, it has my melody style and stuff, but they were like, it's really rock. And I was like, well, you know how we make that make sense? We bring on a rock artist. And there we go. Then it makes sense. And I was like, I literally know just the guy. And like, Jack was like the first person I thought about. And I just texted Jack, and I was like, hey man, no pressure either way. I'm going to send you this. And if you don't like it, does not matter. If you do though, I would love to have you on the song. And like, we're going to like write a new verse and everything. And then Jack obviously loved it. And we we finished it up that way and changed around the whole. It used to start with the chorus, but you know, we starting with the verse and everything now, and you know, doing the whole thing. So
oh yeah, I mean, it's a great track. Do you guys have any? Are you guys collaborating on any more songs in the future, or do either of you have upcoming stuff past this?
Yeah, I think we both probably have a bunch of stuff coming up past this. And Kory and I did a couple. Also, here's Johnny, by the way, my to all the viewers. This is my cat, Johnny.
oh, yes.
Nice.
But Kory and I did a couple mashups and a couple to you know, help promote the song in different ways instead of just lip syncing in a camera. And that was a lot of fun. So I think Kory and I'm definitely interested in doing more of that kind of content with him. And
100%.
I mean, I love collaborations. That's like my bread and butter with music. Kory was kind of saying it himself, but I think like we can all make music, right? And we can all do something cool. But what I think is really special is when you bring in other people and then you have something brand new that you couldn't do by yourself, right? Like Daisies wouldn't have come from my mind alone or your mind alone because of what we did together to get that to it, right? So yeah, I'm always wanting to write more. So Kory, let's write more after this. But I have I actually had 2 features come out yesterday on Halloween. Someone that I met through the internet when Sad Today came out. So 2 features came out, and then my next single is it's called No Medication, and it comes out on November 8th. So that's what I've got coming up next.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Seconded everything he said, and I've been this year I've been doing a 2-song a month release schedule, which has been very insane. But I had a lot of music that I liked a lot, and I keep making more. So I was like, if I don't kind of speed up the release process here, it's just never going to come out. So I was like, we're just going to do it. So I have a song called I Quit that I wrote after quitting my job and going full-time music.
Nice.
Literally the night, like I sent in my 2 weeks, and then like that night I stayed up till like 3 a.m. because I was like, you know, it's like, you know, you quit your job and it's like that mixture of like, so like you're stoked, but you're also like, oh shit.
You also like want to throw
like, yeah, right. Yeah. It's like a mix of things. Right. And you're like, so, and when I feel like that, I know I have to write it out so I can like go to sleep. And so I wrote that song, I Quit. So that's coming out oh my gosh, it's coming out in 2 weeks. So not this Friday, but the next Friday, which is the 10th. So yeah, so I have that coming out, followed by another, and then I have 3 more songs after that. And I know it sounds like weird that I don't have it on the top of my head, but I literally have been releasing so much music.
It's a lot to keep, you know.
It's a lot to keep, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of.
It's a lot to keep track of, but I have a gig coming up. If you're in Nashville, I have a gig coming up on the 11th at the Bowerly Vault. So it's gonna be super fun, and I'm trying tons of new music and doing a whole new set and everything. So I'm excited for that. And then
awesome.
We're just just making content and doing the thing like everyone else, right? You know, but
hell yeah, it's true. Hell yeah. So Kory, I saw on your Spotify, your bio says that you're either busy making lattes or watching Star Trek. So now,
100%.
In your personal opinion, all right, who's the best captain?
Oh man. Okay, Janeway is my favorite. So for those of you who don't know Star Trek that well, there's like a lot of different series of Star Trek. Probably the most famous is obviously Captain Kirk. He's the first captain, right? And then probably equally, honestly, kind of, right?
Pike is
right. Pike is technically the first. There you go. Okay, you're a Trekkie, you know. You know, so like he's like the from the original series, and then I mean equally is Captain Picard.
Yeah.
You know. So my boy Patrick, he's great. So Captain Picard is probably a very close second, but Captain Janeway is from Voyager, and she's Voyager. I love Voyager so much, and she's like such a badass, and just like has that perfect balance between just like superhuman understanding, but also like knows when to like just like completely take charge and just like do the thing. And it's just like, oh yeah, she's awesome. So I'm a huge Trekkie. I'm going through Lower Decks now. Like that's how deep in Lower Decks is, like a comedy spin-off Star Trek in the tune of like an American cartoon style, but it's still made by the creators of Star Trek, and it's so great because they know their audience so well at this point. So yeah, they make fun of all the captains and stuff, and it's so accurate. And you're just like, this is so great. But
I'm trying to get through the final season of Picard, the third season. It's so good. I just don't find myself watching TV very much anymore.
Right.
And so when I don't have a child I have to entertain, hanging out with my wife where we're watching some sort of movie, because she ain't gonna watch Star Trek.
For sure.
So when the fuck do I have an hour by myself? Like, that's what's so hard. Like, can't you make it like a half hour? I can find a half hour.
For sure. I mean, also though, like that Picard is like so good. I think I've like literally bawled crying like so many times.
It's so good
to that show. Oh my gosh, it's just like he just says so many wise life things, and you're just like, it's like one after the other. It's like the end of Harry Potter. It's like that, but just like the whole time, So you're just like,
that's just how I feel about Patrick Stewart in general.
Absolutely, I want to meet him so bad. Like I literally want to be like, you don't know me. And I like literally part of my drive to become like a super famous artist is so I can just like go and I can just text Patrick Stewart and be like, hey man,
dude,
you're doing the thing, I'm doing the thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. It's like, can I like buy you like, I don't know. Well, he's so like tea. Can we grab tea? We don't grab coffee. We grab tea, right? So like, can we grab tea? Can I buy you like
I feel like
what you guys do over there.
I feel like Patrick Stewart's the kind of guy that's like would lose his mind if somebody sent him an actual physical letter at this point.
I'm gonna do it right after this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write him a letter. I'm gonna keep you posted on everything that's going on. I'm just like, hey, I was inspired. You don't know me. I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna say this. You don't know me. We're both doing the thing.
We're doing the thing, man.
We're both doing the thing. I will fly over there whenever. Whenever you need me there tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm booking a flight. I'm out in France, like there. I'm right there.
So like this is super random. Sorry that this is happening to everyone else involved right now, but but so I remember like sending letters out. I remember when I was a kid and I used to write letters to like tons of sports teams because it's crazy the amount of responses you actually get back if you just try it. Because like I sent shit out to like the LA Kings when Wayne Gretzky played for them, and they sent me back like an autographed picture and shit. Like they just send you shit back. It's like
I can relate. I can relate because when I was in elementary school, we had an assignment. And that this would have been, early 2000s, right? So we had an assignment that was like we had to write a letter and send it to a celebrity that we looked up to, right? And so I think I sent one to Selena Gomez because I loved her. And then I sent one to Haley Williams from Paramore. And the Selena Gomez team, I definitely wasn't her, right? But the team sent back an autographed picture of her with like a thanks so much for your support.
Right.
And as a little kid, right? Like I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Like freaking out.
Exactly.
So
like and everyone listening, like just try it.
Go write a letter.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? You don't get anything back? Okay. But most of these people's teams do that shit. They like sports teams or celebrities, like their team will send you something back a lot of times, or you might even get an actual letter back from somebody because they care. Some of these people fucking care. It's just as important to them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice.
If you're listening to this, write me and Kory some letters. I think I want a letter. I want.
Oh well, and we don't have a team like that. So it's gonna come right
it'll
from
be us writing it.
Yeah,
back.
it's like literally us. Yeah. I'll even send like a Polaroid to prove it of me like with the letter in the background.
There you go. Yeah.
Start
sending your favorite like artists, up and coming artist letters, man. It's the wave of the future to go back in time and do like dead.
No. Jack, let's just stand outside of Capitol Records and just play music on an acoustic guitar until they let us in.
You could do that, or go old school. You know, go to a mall, right, with like an iPod, because you got one of those, right? You know, and just like go up to people that look like they'd listen to your stuff, be like, "Yo, check this out," and then you try and sell them a CD afterwards.
Oh, perfect.
The CD.
The CD. The Walkman.
It reminds me of like being at Warped Tour as a kid, and like the bands are walking the line, selling you their CDs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's what I used to do. Like when I would be on tour, we would like go to malls, and that's how we'd make extra money. That's how we'd eat most of the time. You know, go and hustle CDs to kids, and well, not kids, but you know,
other kids your age.
Other kids.
Yeah. Kids. Right.
Colleagues, yeah.
I'm hitting the road again tomorrow. I'm going on tour again tomorrow, and the venues are all private event spaces, so it's a little bit weird, a little bit different. But the venue in Syracuse is an abandoned mall that turns into a venue at night, and I am so excited. You know, I'm gonna get so much content there. I have a whole plan. I have a song called "Last Day on Earth." I'm gonna make a whole like apocalyptic vibe teaser video with like the abandoned mall. Very random, but you said mall and that reminded me.
Yeah, fine. You got to find the spot where the sad, lonely Cinnabon was.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yep, every mall has one of those. That is such a niche memory unlocked kind of a thing. You just
or the
walk
pretzel.
the mall, you're like,
like
there's a closed Cinnabon right there.
This is where that would have been.
Yes, that's where that. It's a moment of silence for the rest in peace.
For the fallen.
The fallen Cinnabons.
Or one out.
Man. Jack, I like the black solo cup.
Thank you. It's actually like it's like a real cup. I got it when I was it's just water in it, but it's like a not you use it more than once. It is not disposable.
Oh yeah. I was like, damn, that's cool.
It's goth.
Black solo.
Yeah,
it is pretty goth.
Pick off the Vegas logo, so it's just a goth.
It's just oh
hell yeah.
Gosh.
Jack, you're originally from our home state of Minnesota, and we're in a band called Painting Stars. What made you decide to move to Nashville?
So I'll throw back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I was in high school, I was in that band called Painting Stars. I was a guitar player and a singer for it. I was kind of like the secondary singer. And our lead singer, Sarah Underwood, she's such a wonderful person. I know Kory knows her as well. She's one of the best writers I've ever met. And so she was our singer. And we were, we were seniors in high school. We were all kind of applying. Our drummer was a couple years younger than us, so he was the only one that was out of that. But we were all just applying different schools. We didn't really talk very much about where we were going to be applying and stuff. And then we were actually in the studio working on a song, and we both mentioned that we applied to Belmont University. And we were like, oh, no way. I didn't realize you applied there as well. And then we talked about it, and then we realized we both applied for songwriting specifically. And so then we kind of made like a, like when you're like a kid and you're like, if we're single at 40, we're going to get married. It was like if you get in and I get in, we're both going to go kind of thing. It was like a stupid little because I don't know. I feel like at the time I didn't think I was going to get in to Belmont. I think at the time not Belmont, but the songwriting program, I think was like a 20% acceptance rate at the time or something like that back in 2015 or 2014.
I think it was less.
It might have been less. I didn't even think I was going to get in. So I was like, oh, if I get in, we'll both go. I kind of was like joking, right? And then me and her both got in. And so it was definitely like a nervous, like an anxious thing for me. How can I say it? Anxiety inducing thing for me to do to move to Nashville. But sure. I knew I had Sarah Underwood there, who was my bandmate, my good friend, my co-writer, my collaborator, also going to be there. Same, grade as me, same major as me. So that was like a really big, sigh of relief. And then once we did move to Nashville to go to Belmont, one of my favorite bands of all time, The Story So Far, put out a request for local bands to open on each of their shows in each city. And I signed Painting Stars up for Nashville, and they picked us. So Sarah and I were already here, and then we flew in the other two members to play with us, other three members, I guess, to play with us. So yeah, ended up in Nashville because of Belmont, and honestly because Sarah and I just luckily both got accepted in.
That's awesome. And you got to open up for the stores so far.
Yes, one of my favorite bands of all time. Yeah, and I guess one of the, apart from Belmont and wanting to do music down here, a big thing for me was I hate the cold. I'm a wimp. I am not built for it. So I will sit right here. So when I moved to Nashville and I realized like the coldest it really ever gets here is like 30, like at its coldest, I was like, okay, yeah, that's perfect. I'll do that.
Like, don't let this beard fool you. Like, I fucking hate the cold. That's why I have the beard, so that my face doesn't get as cold.
Yes, extra insulation. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's it sucks. Just sucks.
And you guys are still in Cincinnati.
We're in Minnesota.
Minnesota. How did I hear Cincinnati in my head?
I don't know. It is. We're as
very different.
Old as it gets.
Yeah. I was about to say it's a bit different. It's a bit different. But you guys are still up there right now. Both of you guys are still up there right now, right?
What's that?
You guys are.
I'm closer to Minneapolis, and he's like 3 hours north of me, even.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where are you at, Patrick?
I'm in Duluth.
Okay,
I am about 2 hours away from Canada.
I grew up I was born and raised in St. Paul, but then we moved to a suburb called Mendota Heights, right across the river. But we had a little family lake house up north in Longville, Minnesota. So way up north, not really close to Duluth, but so I kind of grew up between Longville and St. Paul. My little childhood there.
Nice. I mean, it's a great place to be, not in winter months. You know, which so you got like 4 months out of the year.
Right.
No,
it snows 4 months, then it doesn't usually. Like,
yeah, see, like here's my thing. Like, I love the snow until Christmas is done, and then it can go fuck off.
For sure.
It can fuck right off. All right. But that's when it seems to just be the worst. It's like, Christmas is over. Let's make you miserable now.
Oh, it's always January. Always. Yeah.
I mean, last year we just got slaughtered the whole time. It was record breaking.
Wow. I mean, I'm from Philly, so I know snow. Yeah. I know snow because I'm from Philly. Not that kind of snow. Not like, it's still not that high up. Like, I mean, I can drive in snow.
Yeah.
If it drizzles.
You know what snow is.
Yeah, I can drive in it. I know what it is. Like, I've built like snow forts and had intense, snowball fights and all that. My friends and I used to fake army crawl through the snow and play like do you guys play Call of Duty at all? No Call of Duty fans?
Some
little bit. No. Yeah, there's like this co-op thing. We would there was like this one that was in the snow, so we pretend to like relive the co-op, but like in real life with like around the neighborhood. It was so silly, but yeah, it drizzles down here. Like it dusts snow. Nashville, everyone buys.
Cancels school.
Yeah. Oh, it's like there's like barely anything on the road, and you go to the grocery store, shelves are empty. It's like the apocalypse. Yeah. It's
shit just shuts down.
Yeah, everything shuts down. I mean, Jack, you probably were like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like when the first time I experienced that here, it was like, oh yeah, I guess I've never seen snow before.
There's a couple years ago it snowed and there was a little bit of ice, so I get that. Ice sucks, right? Ice sucks no matter what. You don't have like salt and stuff here on the roads and stuff, but one year it was snowing and no one was driving, so I took the opportunity to be like, oh well, I do know how to drive in the snow, so I was the only person on the road to like go in to get what I needed, like to the few things that were still open. So hey, there are some pluses being born up in the frigid Minnesota.
Oh man.
The frozen tundra.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right, we got a couple questions left in this first part. This one we just thought would be just a fun little game. So you both are tasked with creating a new Instagram bio, but for the other person. What are we putting in them bios?
Ooh, okay. Who do you want to go first? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Whoever you want, whichever one.
Okay. I can go first, Kory, if you want me to.
Okay, you can go.
Okay,
I think I
so
got mine already.
I think I have mine too. So I actually don't even know what Kory's bio is, so I'm not gonna look because I don't want it to influence what I am gonna say.
There you go.
But because he's mentioned he does producing and writing for other artists, I would do something cutesy like Prince of Pop, or maybe not Prince of Pop because that's like Michael Jackson or whatever, right?
Right.
Like, I would do some like, some cute moment there with that. And then I would be like, I would put the an emoji, probably the Daisy because that's the newest song, I guess, right now. But I'd put emoji for the newest song, and then I would put writer, producer, and then I maybe put Nashville. And then I was trying to put something, like a funny hashtag at the end, but I don't have that yet. So if it comes to me, I will let you know. But Kory, what do you?
I would say like edgy pop punk emo, like but it's like you're also like, hold on 1 sec, I'm finding the right word, because it's like edgy, but you're like so much more than that, you know what I mean? It's like you have these two sides to you that somehow marry, so I'm trying to figure that out. Give me 1 sec. It's like edgy.
No one's done like a hashtag dead sexy or nothing yet. What's
like,
going on?
Like, yeah, it's like I feel like it would be like edgy pop punk, like emo kid who's your new best friend. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally like, you know what I mean? You get like two sides, you know what I mean? It's like not just like, because like you're so easy to like talk to, and I mean I'm biased obviously because I know you, like, as a human too, but I just feel like you have both sides and they both come out, you know what I mean? So it's like edgy. Let's see, you can tell that I'm not good at writing Instagram bios.
No, but that works really well because all of my branding has like the "you matter" in it. Like even I have bracelets on right now, and you probably can't see it because it's embossed, but like it's raised to say "you matter." So like your new best friend thing's cute. I feel like that definitely.
Yeah, it'd have to be like that.
It.
And the hashtag I'd use for you would be something like bleach blonde pop boy or something, right?
Let's go.
Something like that, right?
Oh my god. Hashtag for you would be like, oh man, it would be like, oh man. Bad at hashtags too, apparently. Hashtag
Not Pete Davidson. That's probably what I would.
No.
Hashtag bad at hashtags.
There you go. Right.
Hashtag, yeah. I would do like, I feel like this is not a hashtag at all, but it's like a whole series, like who's that tattoo, and it's just like people get to guess like which tattoo of yours that is. You know what I mean? Because I feel like your tattoos are so, like, your tattoo game is so on it. It's so on point.
I have 40 something, I think now. So
it'd be better if you're like, I have like 4 tattoos. Like what?
No, and then it's just huge tattoos.
These like 4 tattoos are on point though.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love it.
Hell yeah.
We got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were starting your journey, what would it be?
Ooh, okay. I have one, so I can start, Kory. For me, it's do what you want to do and don't let other people tell you what you should do. I think when I was starting music a lot, I would, in my kind of early developmental days, like I was still finding my voice and what I wanted to do. And people would be like, oh, you should do this. You should do this. You should use less autotune. You should do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I always hated that because it's like, why are you trying to tell me who I am as a musician? Right. So don't let people tell you who you are or what you should do. And also stay consistent. I know like when I was younger, I would get, bummed out about, my posts aren't getting enough views or likes or whatever. But it's like, if you're consistent, posting every single day, and just being, showing the world what you and your brand and your music is, it is going to work. It might take a year, 2 years, 3 years of consistency, but like, a year ago on TikTok, I was only getting 200 views per video. Right. And a year later now, I'm definitely don't have anything super viral, but a year later now, there's a couple of videos on my page that have almost like 500,000 or whatever. So it's like, just consistency is key. And I think it's so easy to get down on yourself or in your head about it, and just what you believe in.
I would say self-worth and value. Like know that you have to do the self-work to know that you have that you and your art has value. Or else you're going to be all kinds of insecure. You know what I mean? And that's going to get in the way of so many things. It's going to get in the way of the consistency. You're not going to be consistent if every day you're waking up and you're not getting the results you want yet. And if you let that, if you build a narrative, and the narrative, I mean, we've all built a narrative like this. You post something, you've worked really hard on it, gets like very little views. And the narrative you build around that is, oh, well, it's not good enough. I'm not good enough. No one cares.
Right.
That's as easy it is to build that narrative. Don't. Or if you do, take a breath and step away from it and go, wait a minute, that's a lie. That's not true. Because I know that I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. I know I have value. I know my art has value. I know I'm unique, because we're all unique, honestly. So I know that I'm unique. I know that I'm going to continue to grow. And I know that this shit needs to be heard. It does. Like I need to be heard. And it's not like an ego thing. It's like we're given a gift, but it's only a gift if we re-gift it.
Right. Totally.
We have to regift. And so that's, I think knowing your worth and knowing how special it is that you have access to art that's special. Not everyone has that. So wear it proud. Like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Those are both incredible pieces of advice. So everybody take it to heart, put it in your mind banks for later. So you're going to need it.
There's a test after this.
And but yeah, there's going to be a test after this.
And every question is going to have
pens, your number get your number 2 pencils.
Right. And every question will have E, none of the above on it.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our next segment.
I hate to break it to you, but looks matter. Now, not in the way you think I mean it, but when it comes to logos and shirt designs, you don't want your logo to look bad. Whether you run a business or play in a band, design is quite probably not your thing. And that's okay, because luckily, at Shed and Shred Studios, design is all they do. With almost a decade of experience, Shed and Shred Studios is dedicated to working directly with clients to create the best visual products in the industry, tailored to optimize recognition of your name amongst competitors in your specific market space. If you're in need of logos, visual branding, shirt graphics, or marketing material, Shed and Shred Studios has got you covered. So visit Shed Shred MD for more info. Once again, that is SHEDSHREDMD.com for more info. And hey, while you're there, use code GET10 for 10% off at checkout when buying pre-made designs and merch from their web store.
And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking around. It is time for the ever popular, the dinner for dinner. I don't know why I do this to myself, Pat. I start these transitions and I just kind of just decide, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to come up with something clever on the spot. It's never clever, but that's okay.
Bios. So yeah, no, we're on the same page.
A food for thought segment. So we have a few questions for you revolving around food, because who doesn't love talking about food? We're going to start it off with a little bit of a softball for you.
Okay.
What would you say is the most underrated food stop that doesn't get enough attention?
In Nashville?
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't get enough attention. And it has to be underrated.
You got any like
It's like not even a.
spots?
They said it was a softball, Jack. You and I are like literally like.
So I have one answer, but it's like a kind of a cheap answer because it's fast food, and I feel like we're really looking for like a real restaurant. But my favorite fast food restaurant that I don't think is appreciated properly is Culver's. I love Culver's, and I mean probably because I'm from the north, from Minnesota, where it's very common. But like down in Nashville, the closest Culver's is 20 minutes away in Franklin. So most people in Nashville don't even know what Culver's is. And I'm a Culver's fan. So I think that might be my answer.
No, but see, it's okay because like that's a good answer because even in Minnesota, right? I have one. There is a Culver's less than 2 miles away from my house. Do you know how many times I have gone to Culver's? 5, maybe.
You got to go more.
I know. It's just when I'm thinking of fast food, like my brain goes McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Yeah,
that's it. It never goes, yo, why don't you get like a good burger and go to Culver's? It just, my brain doesn't do that.
Yo, Culver's is like kind of a step above in my head. I feel like Culver's and Shake Shack are kind of similar in terms of like level, whereas like McDonald's, Burger King, all that's kind of, in my opinion.
I mean,
where does Five Guys fall in this?
Okay, Five Guys is above McDonald's, but still below Shake Shack and Culver's, in my opinion.
Okay. Them's fighting words. Okay.
I don't know. Jack and I are gonna be like best friends now because those are like my same burger feeling.
Yes,
Shake
for
Shack
sure.
and Culver's.
I would say Five Guys is above Culver's, but Shake Shack fucks. It's no In-N-Out.
I was about to say, I mean, if we're going burger vibes, In-N-Out's, it depends what time of the day though.
I don't like In-N-Out, guys.
But when did you have In-N-Out? Was it like 8 p.m.? Horrible. Terrible at 8 p.m. I don't know if it's like the shift of people who are making the burgers at 8 p.m. Horrible. 2 a.m. In-N-Out. It's like, it's unbelievable. It's like better than a 5-star restaurant. Like it's like 2 a.m. You're starving. You go to In-N-Out.
I can't find it. I'm sorry.
It's like an IV. It's like getting an IV at a hospital, but in burger form. That's what In-N-Out at 2 a.m. is. You know. Yeah.
I know. Oh, I know. I have dreams about a double animal style.
Oh, so good. It's so good. It's so good.
But now speaking of burgers, since we're on burgers,
we haven't heard Kory's underrated.
I know. Right. I was actually like, oh no, please, like keep going.
Just go. Going.
I know, because like I feel like I've been in Nashville for so long, and like it's so not underrated at all where I'm from. Like I would say like Wawa is like it's like so perfectly rated where I'm from. Everyone gets Wawa everywhere all the time.
Right.
But then, like, if you don't know what Wawa is, you just don't know what it is. It's, like, not a thing in your life. And it's crazy to me that word hasn't just, like, somehow, but through, like, osmosis, gotten out about Wawa. Although I think Nashville is going to get a Wawa. I think they announced that.
Put it out there in the world. If they're not, they're going to get it now.
Oh, they're not going to get it now?
I'm saying you should put it out. You're putting it out there.
Oh,
So.
yeah. I think I remember seeing, like the mayor, if not the current mayor, the mayor before the current mayor of Nashville, and he was like, "We're gonna get a Wawa," and I was like, "Oh, all right."
Guess I'll stay.
I'm about to lose a lot of money to Wawa again.
Are you a Wawa or a Sheetz person?
Oh, Wawa, not even close.
Third option, Buc-ee's. I'm Buc-ee's through and through, guys.
There we go. Okay.
Love Buc-ee's.
I just like I can't. You just walk into Wawa, it just smells like a mix of like salad, but like not real salad. But it's like kind of salad, and then like you have like the meatballs cooking and like fresh bread, and you're just like, this is like the best. And it's just like you walk in, there's like that touchscreen. I mean, they all have touchscreens, but like I don't know, it's like the Wawa touchscreen. But it's also like how much of this is just like nostalgia, like there's nostalgia points, 100%. But
I guess Wawa would probably be pretty underrated in Nashville if you get one.
Yeah. Oh, if we get, yeah. I mean, not for me. I'll be there every day. I used to go to Wawa sometimes twice a day because we had one in walking distance of where I went to high school. So
Oh, wow.
like I'd be like, well, I can eat the calf food, or I could just go to Wawa. And I would just go to Wawa like as much as I like, you know, even if I had like time between classes, I'd like run over and like grab a snack. It was just like Wawa's the best. That's it. Period.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Now I think this one is even, to me, like this gives me nightmares thinking about this question. Because I don't know what I would do. But we're gonna play a game of marry, fuck, kill. Like, except it's food, so it's not, you know, sexualized. But it's like, you know, because that's weird.
For
but
sure.
basically, it's like, which one you keep it forever, you know, which one's your side piece, and what are you getting rid of? So your three options are pizza, tacos, and burgers.
Ooh. Okay, I think I actually already have an answer. I can go first.
I do too. Yeah, I have an answer.
So
too.
I would. Okay, I think I would marry the burger. And burgers, I love burger. I would fuck the pizza. I love pizza. And I would kill the tacos because personally, I like quesadillas more than tacos. So for me,
Yeesh.
that's an easy switch. Just get rid of the tacos. I'll have the quesadilla instead. But burgers, dude, in my head, burgers are like that or a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Like those two, those are from God himself. They're like handed to us from the sky. Yeah, so that's me. What about you, Kory?
I mean, I could live on breakfast food for sure. Like whenever. Man, I would fuck the taco. I would fuck the taco.
Sure.
I feel like I'd kill pizza, which is crazy, but like I just feel like when I eat a lot of pizza, which I feel like is like contrary to what I'm saying, but I'm saying that because it's convenient. But you can put a lot of different toppings on pizza, and it still kind of just feels like I'm eating pizza, like a taco. Like a taco is just, I mean, anything that you put inside of a taco shell. So you could like fry fish. It's a fish taco. It doesn't have to be a beef taco.
Yeah.
You know? But I couldn't get engaged to a taco, and like I don't want to hear about its day or anything. I just want to like fuck it.
I don't care about its day.
Yeah. Just fuck the taco, you know what I mean? The burger though, yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, we're still gonna marry the burger, you know. I do want to hear about its day. I'd make sweet love to the burger, you know.
Which is different from fucking a taco.
Well, that's different from fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's like fucking, then there's like making love, right? You make love to a burger, I feel
Right.
like, you know. I mean, you can fuck a burger too, but sometimes making love turns into fucking for a little bit, and then it goes back to making love. But you know, like you can go through that with it. That journey exists with the burger for sure.
Yes, we're saying this is a complicated question. This is
It's
not
a
easy.
complicated. The burger relationship is ever evolving, ever complicated. Hence the marriage.
Facebook relationship status, it's complicated.
It's
It killed me. Yeah.
All right, we got one more food question. You are tasked with bringing a food to Thanksgiving dinner that represents you and your music. What dish would you choose and why?
Do you have an answer, Kory?
I mean, I
don't
know
really
which one represents me, but that also represents my music. I do have an answer, but I've multiple. Do you have an answer? I'll go first. You've been going first the whole time. You've been going first the whole time. That represents both me and my music. My gut. I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut was sukiyaki because I'm part Japanese, and it's a dish that my grandma, who's the Japanese, like she's 100% Japanese, still kicking, 98 years old, can talk, can walk, is socializing, still like mentally there. She's amazing, and she makes like sukiyaki, which is like, if you don't know, it's like this Japanese dish, very thinly sliced beef. Oftentimes you can even cook it at the table, like on one of those, like, you know, like table things, right? Water chestnuts, like onions, like noodles. It's like udon noodles. It's such a good dish. That was my gut. I don't even know why that was my gut. Maybe I just feel like eating it, but maybe it represents me because it's just a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of vegetables.
Great.
You know,
Perfect choice.
Salty and sweet.
Yeah. I like it. I support it.
There we go. Thank you.
think for me, well, first of all, this might also get some hate. I don't love Thanksgiving food, y'all. I just don't. I don't.
I don't either.
Some
You're
things
okay.
I do. I don't like turkey though. I don't like, I like corn. I like, some greens, like broccoli if it's done right, whatever. But I think for the Thanksgiving meal, I think I would be bringing either a French silk pie or pumpkin pie because for me, have a sweet tooth. I so bad. I have such a bad sweet tooth. And I also think like it would also I'd be like the uncle that comes and like gives the like my cousins that are younger than me like the pie instead of the real dinner, which is like it's like a punk rebelling against the parents that want us to eat turkey, and I'd be like, no, we can just eat pie. So that's the punk in me, but it's also the sweet in me and the sweet tooth in me.
I
So
love.
there we go.
Perfect. I am also a pie guy. So
Love it.
I feel you.
Love it.
I don't love Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't. I stay in Nashville. I'm sorry, parents. I don't go back to Minnesota. I'd rather be here.
Friendsgivings are the best,
Yes.
honestly. Like there's
Yes.
just something about Friendsgivings. It's probably like the lack of drama.
Yeah, right.
That's fair. That's fair. But now is time for rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just going to speak from the heart. You're going to shoot from the hip. It's the first thing that comes to your brain.
Love.
Go for it.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow?
I don't drink soda, so neither. Sorry.
I also don't drink soda.
Oh,
We're so boring, Jack. Come
I know,
on,
right?
man.
All right. Sorry.
We're gonna have really good teeth though when we're 80.
right.
Bubbly or LaCroix?
What is it?
Bubbly or LaCroix?
Oh, LaCroix.
Right.
I also call it the kid LaCroix because it's just funny.
Ah. But third answer, Liquid Death, always.
Well, yeah. Liquid
Also,
Death's great.
fourth answer, underrated Spindrift.
Spindrift is also very good.
Yeah, it just feels. I don't know if it's actually healthy, but when I read the back, I'm like, I feel like this. I don't really care if it's healthy. I need to feel like it's healthy. That it doesn't actually have to be healthy. I just have to feel like it's healthy. That's what I care about. It's the feeling.
Fair enough. No, I agree. Liquid Death is my number one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Horror.
We have it. We have it in the album cover.
No, we do. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Horror or comedy movies?
Comedy.
Oh, comedy. 100%. What kind of comedy though, Jack?
Okay, when I was growing up, it was like stupid slapstick comedy, but now like I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I love a good rom-com. I'm not gonna lie. I love a good rom-com.
They can be good.
Yeah.
I'm a Seinfeld guy, but if we're doing movies, it's gonna have to be like a Rush Hour kind of vibe, like an action comedy
Yeah.
Nice.
from like
Nice.
that era. Like,
All right. This next one isn't an either or, but it is, what is the most random item you have within reach right now?
It's a good question.
oh,
What's behind this? Okay, well, I don't know whose this is, but a pill container thing. It's not mine. My mom is staying with me right now, so it's probably hers. So that's probably it. But I also have a bowl of chocolate that I did not give out for trick-or-treaters yesterday because I didn't have it.
I have this astronaut
There you go.
that my fiance gave me because she is like, you like space, so here's an astronaut, and I was like, all right, cool.
And you're like, no, I mean like space.
Yeah.
I
Go
need
away for a
space.
little bit.
I mean, yeah, right.
Love it.
Nice.
All right. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, I don't know.
Jack, come
That's
on.
hard. That's so
Come on.
hard. I might have to say Nickelodeon because I feel like I was the right age for Nickelodeon. I mean, I was watching both, but like, yeah, I think I'll have to say Nickelodeon, unfortunately.
I mean, honestly, SpongeBob alone, in my
Well,
opinion.
so the reason, I'll back it up really quick. Minnesota has Nickelodeon Universe, and it's like the amusement park inside the Mall of America. So I feel like as a kid growing up and seeing that, well, used to be Camp Snoopy, then it switched to Nickelodeon Universe. But I feel like that alone is like, okay, yeah, as a kid, I loved that place. So
Yeah. I was just,
That's cool.
yeah. It was always on at the, like, SpongeBob was like my show growing up. and it was always on right when I had to be up to go to school.
Mhm.
So I'd like eat breakfast and turn on the TV, and it would literally just be playing. So I was just like, you know, and this stuff on Cartoon Network, I forgot what was playing on that same time slot, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was that great, so I
I
was
don't
just
think the morning cartoons on Cartoon Network were ever like they're always like really kiddish. I felt like
yeah, and I was just like, I just really like SpongeBob. Obviously, is like adult humor disguised as kid humor, so it was just so.
it was just
so
it was
good.
just it was just new Ren and Stimpy. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
it was.
yeah. So good.
Thin crust or regular crust pizza?
I'm a hand toss regular crust pizza guy, I think. But hey, I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate.
Can I go? Can I go see what is Chicago deep dish?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with the correct answer, which is C, stuffed crust pizza.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But I don't have the nostalgia factor with that. That's the thing. Is we have this deep dish, like Chicago style deep dish in Philly. So I don't even know how legit it was. I'm not even from Chicago. So, but it was so good. I like, we went there every week.
Did it have like sauce on top of the cheese?
No, I don't.
That's Chicago style deep dish.
You're asking like real questions. and I have like this is like childhood, like the memory is there, but it's like you took the camera and you kind of like blurred it out of focus, you know what I mean? Like you see it, you see the object and you're like, oh, that's a pizza for sure. But I don't see the toppings or anything. Yeah. Identified definitely as a pizza. We know it's deep, so definitely a deep dish. That's all we can discern.
Thick.
Fair enough. That's fair. All right. Lindsay Lohan or Tara Reid?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I'd have to go Lindsay Lohan. But I'm also more familiar with Lindsay Lohan's work.
Same.
As a person.
Also, Mean Girls. Iconic.
Yeah. And we're going to get married on Mean Girls Day in a year.
No way.
So, October 3rd.
Are they going to wear pink?
Yeah, you guys wearing pink?
No, we should though. We really should. I just love that as Mean Girls Day. I think that's so good. That's just like so perfect.
Absolutely. We have two more questions. Newfound Glory or MXPX?
Newfound Glory. I am a Newfound Glory stan, dude. I saw the 10-year anniversary of Sticks and Stones at First Ave in Minneapolis. Yep. Amazing.
So good.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not really engage in either of those. So I am pretty I can pick one, but it will be based in nothing. It'll be as good as me trying to fill out the question sheet on a physics final exam.
That was me when you all talking about Star Trek, so it's fair.
That's fair.
I know. I felt so bad for you, Jack. I was like looking at you, and I was like, "Oh man, we're just
smile and nod."
We're a ways away. The train is leaving the station.
That happens sometimes with Pat. He gets.
I love it.
When we get into geek talk, man, I make things like very boring and dull for Matt sometimes.
But if the guest is into it, they are into it. And so Jackie got a little taste of what.
Oh, dude, I could have gone. This whole session could have been taken up with Star Trek, easy.
Oh, like when a topic like that happens, like I hit the gas.
Yeah.
So
Jack is like, oh God, please no.
Star Trek again.
I know.
All right, this is the last question. You can both do it if you want to, or one of you, whichever you want to do. But we're going to test your jingles knowledge. Can either of you sing us the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle?
Yeah, Kory, can you? I definitely can if you don't know it.
I kind of know it, but let me try it, because if you definitely know it, then you'll correct me, because I think it's
cool.
But isn't it like goes down? It's like auto parts or something like that, right? Or am I just am I making that up?
You missed the beginning though.
O'Reilly.
Was that right? Did I do it right?
O'Reilly.
Auto
Parts.
Auto parts. Yeah. Da, da,
Yeah.
da. Yeah. I was like, it goes down. I know it is da 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 or like that. Yeah.
You got
There
it.
you
You
go.
You nailed it.
But hell yeah, that's it. You guys finished the podcast. Now all that's left is just let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what is next.
So you can find me, look up Jack the Underdog anywhere, any social media platform or music platform. I'm also in the Riot House, so if you want to check out that as well, it's Riot House HQ. Didn't really talk much about that at all today, oops. But I am hitting the road tomorrow again with Riot House. We did the first half of the David Michael Frank Private Party Tour. So this is my last off day, so I'm hitting the road again tomorrow. So Riot House and Jack the Underdog. Like I said, I've got my new single, No Medication, coming out on November 8th. I'm going to definitely do another Swemo cover here or there somewhere because, you know, I love making Taylor Swift songs emo. I actually was just recording a new song today before this with my producer for a EDM rocktronic group called Caslow. And so I'm very excited about that one too. So follow along. I've got tons of content, mashups, really have it all. And like Kory mentioned earlier, my whole thing is that you matter and that I'll be your new best friend.
I love it.
And it's real. That is Jack.
And if you write him a letter, he'll write you one back.
Yes. You can find me at Kory Shore, Kory with a K, Shore like the ocean, SHORE. So Kory Shore. Anywhere. Instagram, TikTok primarily is where I'm on. And I have a song, I Quit, which is about me quitting my job. That is coming out November 10th. So that is super exciting. So if you want to quit your job, hate your job, did quit your job, want to stick it to your boss, you're gonna like I Quit. I promise. It's very it's a hard hitting John Bellion meets Bozzy kind of vibe. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Because I mean, who doesn't want to quit their job? I mean,
Exactly.
We all have that thought like once a day at least, right?
You're doing the one task. You're like, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
I mean, I work for myself and I want to quit me sometimes. Like, God,
Like,
my boss is a dick.
The boss in question.
But that's the thing, though, is especially when you like work for yourself, like you are like I'm hard on myself. So like I will definitely like make shit harder for myself than I probably should.
100% am there with you. To
Hell
the nth
yeah.
degree. Yes. Oh man.
Kory, Jack, thanks so much for hanging out, man. This was awesome. This was a great time.
It was an awesome
Thank you
time.
so much. This has been great.
Yeah. Anytime, seriously.
Anytime.
And
I'll see you guys in Minnesota when I'm up there next month. Or I guess it's November now when I'm up there in a couple weeks. Hopefully I'll see you there.
Hell yeah. I mean, I will definitely try for sure. I'll have to look into it, but it would be awesome to hang out.
Yeah. Thanks again for having me. Really appreciate you.
right.
We appreciate you and all the work you guys are doing. So the rest of you listeners, hang out with me and Matt. Continue on. We're going to jump into the Unsigned Pop Punk News, and you're going to hear that after this jingle right here. Hey, you made it to the Unsigned Pop Punk News. It was quite the destination you traversed today. We're happy to have you here. And see, I do awkward transition as well, Matt. It's not just
I'm just getting off the plane right now, and you're welcoming me to my vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a lay on you, because that's what we do at this destination, the Unsigned Pop Punk News. You get a lay,
As one does.
Yeah. So news. Gosh, it's December. Year is almost over. Where'd it go? Where'd the time go, Matt?
I don't know. I don't know where it went. I'm just like, how is it December? How is it November? Like, I feel like January was last month.
Dude, this year has gone by so freaking fast. It's been nuts. It has been a freaking ride.
You started with that winter that wouldn't end. which I feel like maybe that's why. It's because we were all stuck. For us in Minnesota, we were just stuck for 3 months, and then so our year only was technically only 9 months because we were stuck inside for 3 of them.
Stuck inside for so much of it from the snow. But yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode? I loved it. Jack and Kory are two wonderful people. If you aren't checking out what they're doing separately, and you've only heard this single, go check out what they do separately because they're both awesome. Check out Riot House. We didn't talk about it much, and by much I mean at all in the show, but there's so many rad artists that are a part of Riot House, and it's a really awesome thing that they're doing in Nashville right now. I'm a big fan of Riot House.
Hell yeah.
You ever check out the Riot House TikToks and stuff, Matt?
I'm not sure. I will now.
Not enough.
Not enough, and not enough to take it out of my brain, but I will now. Because Jack the Underdog was so fucking rad tonight. And he has an elite burger taste.
He does have an elite burger taste.
I'm sorry. I had chills when he was talking about Culver's and Shake Shack. Those are my 1 and 2. And I felt heard for once that it wasn't just dominated by In-N-Out Dog.
I felt chills.
Chills. All I want is a burger now.
Oh my God.
You know what? Jack the Underdog and Kory Shore would look good in? Some gender equality merch.
Oh my gosh.
You would look great in it. You listener would also look great in gender equality merch. We are almost done with our sale, not our sale, our donation sponsorship, whatever it is, with the Trevor Project, where we donate 15% of our sales of every shirt under every gender equality merch item to the Trevor Project, whose mission is to end suicide among LGBTQ youth. I've said it week in, week out. Help us in supporting this amazing cause and saving young LGBTQ lives.
Yeah. Once again, at the end of the year, we'll be done with our collaboration with the Trevor Project, and then we will start a new collaboration. But it's important. We want to get a good chunk of money over the Trevor Project. Make sure we can help them do the awesome stuff that they're doing. Frick, it is Fantasy Football League still probably going at this point, right?
We might be in playoffs.
I think we're in playoffs right around. We're pretty close to playoffs at this point. If that's confusing but we're recording this in November, and I just don't really remember. But I'm pretty sure that's when we're probably in the playoffs, at that point. But so you missed out. You can't get those fantasy football team shirts. It's all done. That whole thing is done. We appreciate and we love every single one of you that participated and picked up one of those shirts. It's pretty freaking awesome. We've got a really great community, and I love all of you. We've still got our sweet metal merch that's going on. We're not getting rid of that. That's not a limited time. We're gonna continue that forever. Because I don't know if we will or not, but it's still there for sure until the end of the year. So make sure you snag some of that dope metal gear and look really rad and hard. If you go to Christmas and you're wearing your Unsigned pop punk metal gear, your family's gonna be like, dude, they throw down. They are hard. Yeah. And so if you want to be hard, have some of our metal merch drop. And that, my friends, is the way the news goes. Thanks to Kory and Jack for hanging out. They're awesome. Everyone's awesome. I'm having a good time. Matt, you're awesome. Thanks for being awesome. Gibby, you're awesome. Oh, we're getting close. Also, I forgot that we're getting close to the festival in Texas that we're doing. In February. It's on February 3rd, which is my birthday.
He's gonna be hard on his birthday with his metal.
I'm gonna be wearing my metal merch. You better believe I'm gonna be hard on my birthday. So you'll see me in Texas. If you're in Texas and San Antonio, I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna be down there in my metal merch. I'm gonna be hard as hell in my metal merch at the Very Emo Fest. So yes, I love this. Everyone is having fun. Thanks so much to Lawrence for making that hard metal merch, and for all the other awesome stuff he makes. Thanks so much to Ross from Electric Kiwi for making our site be awesome. So go to unsignedpoppunk.com for everything you ever needed from Unsigned Pop Punk. And if you want to be hard like I'm hard, you could get your metal merch at www.unsignedpoppunk.com, and we can be hard together. Everyone, I love you. I'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.